They'll be calling you a radical. I gotta come out in support of this guy. I know all about his work. I was not a fan of his work because I found him on Max Kaiser, and I'm going to... Ackerman, you know what we're up to. Ramos' Burning Gas Station, which is one of my favorite works of all time, as it hangs in the MoMA. By the way, named Phyllis Waters. I knew Phyllis Waters. But anyway, she's from Ogden. But anyway, he was doing his burning gas stations in the bank crisis. Max Kaiser sponsored him. I'm a huge fan of Max and Stacy. Stacy, what a brilliant brain. They're amazing. They're so great. Even though he has had silver dead wrong. But he showcased this guy doing his paintings of the burning banks, which I thought it was plagiaristic, but because I never heard him mention Ramos once, and they're identical. I mean, they even look like it, whatever. And I'm all for spoofing art like, you know, Van Gogh on Malay. Those are brilliant. As I'm working on a series right now. But anyway, no jail for art. No jail for art. The thought police. No, fuck. This is again more fascism than the thought police. He has simply, and I like the guy personally. Whatever. I mean, I've got to support him now. He's an artist, and you know this is our community. Ackerman, we've got to support this dude. He, in chalk, painted on the sidewalk in front of a Bank of America, just some statements, you know, calling them banks are creeps that they are. They charged him with vandalism. I mean, think about the amount of graffiti in L.A. Really? You charge him? Well, not only that, today in the courtroom, the judge, the prosecutor, says that he cannot talk about the First Amendment. Really? I could sit, mate, I don't even see that if it was a public property. I thought sidewalks were communal property. That's public domain. That's public property. This is the power of the bank. Pay the Dragon Slayer. Pay the Dragon Slayer. No jail for art. Now, no jail for art I got from the girls in San Francisco as we came together. I think it could be my best video I've ever done. My central line hanging out of me. I did it on that spot because I was heartbroken. We had planned it. We were going to do it in front of the rock wall where I did the Ballad of Tim to Christopher when I was in critical condition with my central line. We come out, and I'll post my webpage right here. I think it's my favorite webpage I've ever built on my website. As far as this goes, the Femen Pussy Riot, I've tagged it in Fukushima Symphony with Femen Pussy Riot. It was the Pussy Riot day. As all these girls around the whole world did these incredible videos, I participated. I did my video. I had a little girl, 23 years old, from the Ukraine that was in the hospital. Anyway, an artist had been photographing her and I, our bodies nude, as we were shrinking down to nothing. I mean, watching this horrific, horrific battle of ours and coming back. And you can watch it on my videos. You look at these videos, my God. You know, I was just talking to Lynn. She says, God, you're like ground. She says, oh yeah, that's what this chemo does to you, you know. We're both critical. Anyway, she passed away right before. So, my friend Shannon, the artist, says, they're never going to go anywhere. Out of respect for her, she says, I will keep them, and, you know, I don't know what will ever happen to them, but, you know, they'll never get shown. They shouldn't ever be shown. But I did that, and it got a lot of views. I love that thing, but the one in Glasgow was really awesome, incredible. Some girls in San Francisco. They climbed up on the monument there. I love that one. I love that one. And they hung a banner, no jail for art. Again, back to the San Francisco, to the MoMA, you girls. That's Phyllis Waters MoMA, you know. But I love that. I love that. I love that they did that. No, you know, I've been painting with tomato soup, and it has so many things that Thomas Ackerman and I are working on. Free Radicals delivers post-ignorance, and it's a powerful, he's an amazing, amazing, brilliant artist, that man. He and I are working together on this, and, you know, we're using tomato soup to paint. As you know, that's the first one. That's painted with tomato soup. But this is the cool one. This is the best. I've been saving this forever and ever and ever, and I've showed this before on one of my Popism is Dead. This is an old Nevada chevron map. You know, the Nevada test site. I've saved this and saved this. As you know, the other one I painted on the old Chevron Utah map. And I take it to all our protests and I painted on the back, but I didn't use soup on the back of that one. And I painted economics, Utah Economic 101, cancer, cancer, cancer. Oh, is that the truth? But this one I painted, it's where I met Megan Rice first time, was in the Nevada test site. Right there is, she was protesting then, you know, and what they've done to her is horrific, but this is my greatest piece of art ever, I think. Just as from, not in a skill contest, I have some incredible pieces I'll show you. They're in my book, they're amazing. I look back on them. That one right there in '94, God, was I seeing it then, but that's painted with tomato soup, as you know, and I flipped the can behind my back and I kicked the can. On the back of the old Nevada, I think it has so much metaphor, so much as, you know, Ackerman and I have been talking about Dada, and I told him today, I says, you know, and Ackerman talked about, they just opened the dictionary and pointed, that's where they got the idea on Yahoo, Jerry and them. They did the same thing. The professor, he knew about Dada, and Marcel. Marcel, staircase right now, that, he was able to do Dada because of that work previously. The staircase. I mean, look up, I'll show you the year that he did it. Now think about this. Think about Cubism and Picasso, and Picasso's absolute brilliance, but boy did they have foundation. He was able to do Dada because of his foundation. You know, I spent a lot of years in foundation, in the nuclear fight, the art fight, that Hawken trowel of mine, scars on every inch of my body, but I'm going to paint another one. I'm going to paint it this afternoon with tomato soup that says, but I'm going to make sure I get permission from the girls first in San Francisco. I'm not going to paint it until I talk to them. And I've been emailing them. I tagged on their videos. Should I do it? I want to give them credit. No jail from art. It was those girls that hung that in San Francisco. And I'll tag that video. But this webpage, it's the thought police. So now, not even thinking about, because the prosecutors obviously know he painted the burning banks, and he got a lot of attention down there in L.A. Had a show, a lot of attention. You know, like I said, I got turned off by it because I didn't hear one word come out of his mouth about Ramos and his burning. I mean, they're identical, which is one of my favorite pieces of art of all time. But I sure am going to defend him now. So he wrote the chalk. The prosecutor said today that they won't even want to talk about the First Amendment. This is fascism. This is more fascism to the 10th power. I'm going to be in Southern California the 15th, landed in San Diego. I've worked out, and I'm going to do some interviews with San Diego State. I'm going to put the pressure on them. The SeaWorld marine biologists, I'm going to pin them down in a cordial conversation, but it'll be a passionate, intense, cordial conversation. We'll get results. You know, what are your results? When I see a result, oh, we're going to test the sea lions, as the doctor tested right under songs, and says, oh, they're lit up with radiation, and you say, oh, we're going to gather them, we're going to test them, but then you don't any results. So what does that tell us? The same as the Berkeley marine biologists. All you marine biologists, when you say nothing, when we know for a fact now that I identified this, that these tests are all over out there, that the international team has been showing all over up in there, and you refer, so when you say you don't, I take that as a yay. So I guess the sea lions are irradiating, and that is what's killing them, because you are not going to say anything to the contrary. I mean, it's sick. No jail for art. It's the thought police. So not even, he paints the burning banks, so they're intimidated. So I guess now you go to jail for thinking about a crime. You think about a crime. A preemptive strike, I guess the preemptive strike, that the theft of the election and the whole fallacy of the Supreme Court, where does this lie in? Bush did not win. Everybody knows he didn't win. Everything in the lie just continues. Through the Supreme Court, Alito Roberts shouldn't even be there. All of it just, the lie continues. The lie continues. Where does it fucking end? No jail for art. So now it's the thought police. So we go carpet bomb freaking Dick Cheney's freaking lie, Alex Valerie playing Wilson, her husband screams and all that. So thought police. We preemptive strike. Now that's what a preemptive strike. You know, we drone bomb people, preemptive strikes, Obama goes and kills people, boom, boom, Star Wars, preemptive strikes, collateral damage, preemptive strikes. So now we do it in the art community. Fascism. Hitler was doing the same thing to the artists. Same fucking thing. Some of the greatest art moves that fucking sprang out of this. And the artists there were making grand, powerful statements. It's fascism. Ackerman, we got to stand up for this guy. Big time. I hope to meet with him. If you find this video comes to you, I believe his name's Olson, Max and Stacy. I'm sure, you know, this is going to backfire. This pisses me off. Fuck me, big time this pisses me off. You know, Max and Stacy, they're great, by the way. God, what a finance mind. She's, you know, I'm a finance, but, you know this whole, Ackerman called it out yesterday in his video, so perfect, who I am or what I am. This movement encompasses everything. This is a peaceful movement. Post-ignorance is a peaceful movement. It's rooted in art. It's a peaceful movement. Because post-ignorance, by definition, we're counting ignorance. How do you counter ignorance? With knowledge. But you do it intensely. You do it passionately. You do it in cordial conversations are dangerous, passionate, intelligent arguments get results. That's how you do it. I'm not for going to jail. I think it's ridiculous. I don't think. Now, Megan Rice, that's different. Megan Rice, she's 83 years old. She did what, and the two men were there. I love them. And Patrick Henry, you know, has started, and I'll tag that. He started a petition. We got a petition started. You know, our little army we have that is starting to get some power. Our little army is starting to get some credibility. Our little army out there has been working integrated through Southern California for a long time. We got songs shut down. A whole group of us. And me, as so many others, it was thousands of pieces to that puzzle. But as grassroots activists in San Diego, we were some of the final pieces and the early pieces, you know. Don't underestimate us. No jail for art. Oh, I love that. I'll tag this, the one in Glasgow. You watch that one. How great is that? Mine hanging through the, I mean, hers would have been powerful with those, you know, her shriveled up body. You know, Femen's powerful. I mean, that photograph, Femen standing there where they have the shorts on with the nuclear down there, that's called the nuclear vagina right there, 1998. Look what I drew on the Coke machine. That's Japanese writing. I did that in 94. There's Femen dragging right through there. I mean, you can read it. You can see it. 94 I did. I called the new, because I put that up at the Noah Gay hangar. I'll tag that video too. I did that video. Beethoven, Beethoven, Beethoven. I did that for my own funeral. I mean, I was given no hope to live. But as I lived to tell 86, no sex for art. It's painted with tomato soup. We got to come out for support for this guy. Unite the clans.